We're here at the awesome Spirit Studios yet again, and hopefully you've just done what I did and watched the awesome William Tomaas play an amazing set for us. Mate, that was so good.
Brilliant, thank you very much for having me.
Did you enjoy playing it?
It was very energetic, I felt, and also very sweaty on my part.
It was warm, wasn't it?
Yes.
So this is, we are experiencing the Manchester summer. It only happens a few times a year, and today was one of them, wasn't it? So that was really cool, and like, just the other performance tonight, which hopefully other people have seen, was Lindo Man, and they were like, I said just before you start, like a contrast and a compliment, but very different music, and it was like another sort of aspect of a Fragments dimension. So tell us, how did you get to here now, and explain a little bit about what people can sort of expect in your music and sort of where you've come from. How did you get here?
Okay, so I guess my background originally is I've been performing in bands for the best part probably of 10 to 15 years or so.
Excellent.
They were mainly kind of indie bands and shoegaze bands. I was a guitarist, and that obviously featured a hell of a lot of reverb going on there. So I guess bringing into this project, so that's something I really wanted to do, kind of the idea of creating quite lush, atmospheric.
Tick, mate, yep. Definitely. Succeeded.
So a lot of kind of like lush, atmospheric kind of sections of the songs, but kind of brought into maybe a bit more of a contemporary kind of dance music kind of area.
Yeah.
And equally as well, trying to bring kind of like almost like a lot of aggressive, gnarly kind of tones into things as well, like reminiscent of what I would be doing if I was playing guitar, really.
Yeah. So it's interesting you say that you come from a band background, and you mentioned the lush textures, reverb. So imagine that kind of way of thinking and composing and playing has come from, like I said, like lush reverb scapes and stuff like that, which you've definitely got down. But the beats, to me, I wouldn't like to say whether, personally, I wouldn't like to say, oh, it's house, it's techno. Have you just like given it your own, I just like that? You're not thinking of genres or anything, are you, when you...
Yeah, so I'm basically trying consciously to not try and go down one solid route where you could pigeonhole it into one area. Basically, my process for kind of writing tracks is I'll start more of a vibe and a kind of atmosphere.
Yes.
So, sometimes I might just go straight to a fall to the floor, kick on it. And it's actually, this is not working at all.
Right.
Maybe this would benefit more from a bit more of a kind of breakbeat kind of vibe going on, or some broken beats. So yeah, it's mainly from a vibe point, really, which probably kind of lends itself to it being quite a wide spectrum of...
Yeah, well, the reason I ask, because I think in a similar way, because, stop me if I'm wrong, because you do like an ARP, don't you?
I do like an ARP.
Right? And I would notice you had an ARP, and then you'll move underneath it with the bass note and keep the same ARP, which it just got this instant sense of progression. I thought, must ask you about that, because it's like when you're playing that just now, what are you thinking differently about playing it than when you were writing it? Because obviously this is a live performance, so how have you changed what you've got written already, or how many tracks today already exist in a format and then you've performed them, versus was there anything new? I know you've got a new one out that I really liked, and I forgot the name of it.
Lumen.
That was it.
So I'd say the tracks that I've previously performed at Bleep,
right.
They were just in their actual start to finish form of how the tracks were originally composed. Then when I got into the live environment, it was interesting to see kind of the audience reaction of when people were kind of vibing it and getting into it, or when kind of maybe it dropped a little bit. So I feel when I was writing those tracks originally, I didn't have a live environment in mind.
Right, okay.
So when I actually brought them into that, maybe parts of it for me felt a little bit uncomfortable in that sense.
Right.
In that maybe they could be stronger in certain areas, lending itself more towards a dance environment.
Yeah.
As a result of that, Lumen, for example, that was written especially in mind for, I want this to go down well in a club, in a live audience.
Yes.
So the next few releases that I've got lined up are all in that same vein. So I think for me, it's been coming from a background of writing indie tracks or shoegaze tracks. I fell into a habit of your standard kind of structures, and kind of keeping changes frequent to keep people interested. Yeah. Whereas obviously with house music, you can spend a lot more time kind of building that vibe, building that kind of beat, and just creating a jam, really. For me, to start with, that felt incredibly uncomfortable, being jamming around on the same thing for quite a long time. So I'm kind of forcing myself to do that with the next few releases, with the mindset that they will hopefully go down well within a live environment.
Yes, and that'll become more liberating then, won't it? Because like being happy with the structure, which I'm glad I asked you that, because it's like Lindo Man was like DJ first and then learned how to play instruments, and you've done it the other way in a sense, but you've got this kind of sort of the expectation of like, well, I'm going to play this and going to do that, and that's been influenced by you playing it live, which is sorry if that's confusing, but I'm making sense of it in my own head. So what's next, and where can people hear you? Like, what's best place to contact? Socials or streaming? What's the best place to find you?
So as I've alluded to already, there should be another 3 releases coming out over the next 2 or 3 months.
Awesome.
They'll form part of a EP.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to check out what I have already released, the best place to get me on socials will be william.tomaas. That's the handle for everything.
Yeah, we'll put that down here.
Perfect, thank you.
You can give us all the links. Everything you want, do it. Anything you mention, we'll put there. So that's in the next, so we're nearly in July now, well, June, at the end of June. So when you're looking to put that out, is it staggered release?
It's staggered releases, yes. So the second off the EP, Lumen being the first, the second one will be around the end of July, with the third at the end of August, and then everything comes out with a couple more tracks actually on top of it around September time.
Awesome. Yeah. And are you doing any more live performances to support this? Anything planned? Or?
I've got a couple in the pipeline, but it's a bit too early to say what they are.
Right, okay. Well, so people follow you, they'll find out.
Yeah, well, indeed, yeah.
Well, William Tomaas has been amazing. If you haven't watched the set already, you must. It's great. Like I said, it was a great journey, lovely music, lots going on. We could talk for hours about this, but maybe another time, yeah? But
definitely, yeah.
Thanks for coming. That was a great performance.
Thanks very much. It's been a pleasure.
Excellent. Thanks again, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.